Welcome. According to Snell's law or the second law of refraction, we know a relation. And what is this relation? This relation is if the angle of incidence of a light ray in the time of traversing through a medium of refractive index mu1 is I, if it refracts into the medium of refractive index mu2 at an angle theta, okay, obviously it is not following the same path of the ray, then the Snell's law of refraction can be written as mu1 into sine I equal to mu2 into sine theta. This thing is valid for oblique incidence. Oblique incidence means if the light ray makes a certain angle with the normal at the point of incidence, obviously it is an acute angle from 0 to 90 degree. If it makes an angle with the normal at the point of incidence. Now the question is this Snell's law, the relation that we have obtained from the second law of refraction, is it valid for each and every cases? Each and every type of incidence? No. The answer is not. It is not valid for all type of incidences. It is not valid for all the angle of incidences. So, in which cases it is not valid, that we are trying to find in this lecture. Let us consider it is an interface mu1 and mu2. This interface separately two medium of refractive index mu1 and mu2. Let a light ray strikes this interface by making an angle 90 degree. Let a light ray strikes this interface normally. So this is the point of incidence. We can say this is the point O. Okay. So if I want to draw the normal at this point of incidence, then obviously this thing will be on the same line as that of the light ray. So what is the angle of incidence here? Obviously for normal incidence I equal to 0. For normal incidence I equal to 0. So if I put I equal to 0 in this relation, then what it gives? Sine 0, mu1, mu2, sine theta. We know that sine 0 is 0. So mu1 into 0 results in 0. So mu2 into sine theta. Since mu2, the refractive index of the medium can't be 0. The refractiveness of the medium, what is refractiveness of the medium? C by V. It can't be 0. Just think, if I say mu2 is 0, then C divided by V2. It will 0. There is only one possibility, either C tends to 0 or V2 tends to infinity or both. The velocity of light in a vacuum, which is basically denoted as C, have a particular value 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, but it can't be 0. Similarly, the velocity of light in this medium of refractive index mu2, it can't be infinity. So both of these possibilities will be cancelled, so mu2 can't be 0. Clear? So sin theta is equal to 0. If any sine function is equal to 0, then it implies that the angle is 0. So from here it is clear that the angle of refraction is 0. If the angle of refraction is 0, then a light will follow this path. So from here, if I say, if the light strikes the interface or incident on the interface normally by making an angle 0 degree with the normal at the point of incidence, or if its angle of incidence is 0, then it is refracted without any deviation. Its path is not changed. It is directly enters into the second medium. Now, why I am telling that the mu1 sin I equal to mu2 sin theta, that is the Snell's law of refraction or the second law of refraction, is not valid in case of normal incidence. If I write down from this relation, then this relation allows us to write mu2 by mu1 equal to sin I by sin theta. I is 0, as well as after derivation it is also observed that theta is 0. So it becomes sin 0 divided by sin 0. So mu2 by mu1 becomes a 0 by 0 form. It is completely does not follows the rules of the theory or hypothesis whatever we have followed till now. So we can say the Snell's law is not valid for normal incidence, but it is very well established and verified formula in case of oblique incidence. It is not valid for normal incidence. So you can write Snell's law is not valid for normal incidence. Thank you all.